So, this video is going to be a little bit controversial because look, I appreciate that certain people are respected in this community, and this call that was shown on this person's channel, which you're all going to be aware of it, aren't you? Chris McDonough, he played a call that was between Don and Mary. And this, even though it highlights some real serious points within this case, that comes with a huge, scary fact to me. And I don't know whether you guys are in the same mindset. And that is, look, channels like mine and some of the other channels that are out there, we are all what I would call speculative channels. We are people who look at cases, we don't know the facts, we don't know what's going on, but we can speculate, we can converse between ourselves, we can interact with the community and what their thoughts are, and we can do our amateur sleuthing, if you like, but ultimately we do not pose a risk to people because we do not know. And with cases like this and with cases that exist all over the place, people are never going to escape speculation. And look, the criminal world will be acceptant of that because you can't escape it. You can't expect for a case, especially one this size, to happen and people not speculate about it. But that doesn't pose a risk. But what does pose a risk is when you've got channels of certain sizes that are ran by certain types of people, and they are pushing factual information on their channel. And that to me is very, very concerning. Now, in that call, we noted that Don had said these people watch YouTube. So Chris McDonough made a good point. He is qualifying certain elements of what happened around this case, and I think it's quite safe to say at this stage that Don and Candace, or at the very least Don, knows what happened to Summer. That's my kind of takeaway from the call. But look, and this is the scary bit, he basically said that he cannot say certain things because of the risks it poses, and he mentioned the man. He mentioned the words, they would act accordingly. And that is basically saying that he has been told to behave a certain way. And if he doesn't behave a certain way, then he must expect the repercussions to that. And look, we all want to get Summer back. We all want to believe that she's safe. She can be safe. We don't know what's happened, but we can, as I said, we can speculate, we can wonder what happened, we can have our own ideas. But there is a real little girl in this. There is a real child. There's a real child who is missing. This ain't a game. This isn't a YouTube series. This is a real life case. And at the moment, I see it like this: if Summer isn't passed, if she wasn't taken away by an accident, and and we're looking at the swimming hole and things like that, and we are looking at something more nefarious, like this family, Don perhaps got wrapped up in the cartel or something, and there was money involved, then look, she could very well be alive. It could have been, like we mentioned before, an arrangement to obtain money that was owed. And perhaps what we spoke about earlier about reward money perhaps being leveraged, and there was going to be some play there to get the money back that Don owed. But we're on stony ground now, guys. We're on stony ground. We've got someone who is ex-law enforcement with a channel with over 100,000 subscribers playing calls where he is seeing a family member basically using law enforcement tactics to withdraw information out of Don. And that is being played on a public platform. And I don't know what for. I don't know what that's being played for. You know, I've got respect for Chris McDonough. This ain't a burn video, but I don't understand it again. We're back in them realms of there's information for YouTube and then there's information for law enforcement, and I'm really worried. I'm really worried that some of the things that are being done on YouTube is going to have repercussions. You know, we've got the father of the child basically saying that they are watching, they are listening, and there's threats being made. And these people on YouTube, who are going to be the most noticed, the most watched, and perhaps the most concerning to certain parties, are dishing out information for what I would consider no more than entertainment or channel building tactics, and they're using a child for doing it. And look, before people say, yes, but you put information out, you're talking about Summer. Yes, we are. But like I said at the beginning of this video, there is a massive, massive difference between a small channel and the people who watch it speculating, guessing, and not having a clue on what's going on, than a big channel, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in this kind of circuit of channels covering this case, putting out the content that they are putting out. I find it dangerous. I find it irresponsible. And I ask the question that if there is repercussions to it, are these channels willing to have that blood on their hands? I hope I'm wrong. I genuinely do. But you tell me, am I pissing into the wind? Am I worried over nothing? Or should we now be very, very concerned? Let me know what you think.